Hi guys, my name is Derek Chan and I'm a first year graduate student here at Cal State Long Beach and I'm a part of the school counseling program. And this is my research article presentation for EDP 520. So this research article is titled Constantly Connected, the Effects of Smart Devices on Mental Health. And I was interested in this research because technology is constantly evolving and being implemented in our day-to-day lives. And as individuals who are graduate students and constantly involved with technology use in our schooling and our professions, I just wanted to, gain a little bit more information about how our mental health may be impacted because of our uses of technology. So this research problem and hypothesis, the researchers discussed that previous research has studied mental health on excessive technology activity uses individually. So they're taking calling like on the phone, texting, internet use, gaming, social networking, and emailing individually and how it can impact our mental health. But this research was done in 2014 and this was one of the first studies to investigate the impact on smart devices such as cell phones, where we can access all these different measurements on one single device and how it can impact our mental health. So the hypotheses that these researchers presented were one, higher smart device use will predict poorer mental health, and number two is how higher smart devices involvement will predict poorer health. So the different facets were uses versus involvement, where uses is measured in amount of use, so such as the amount of phone calls, emails, and text messages. And involvement includes two components, where there's a cognitive component where individuals are thinking about your phone constantly or desiring to check if anything has been changed or altered on your phone. And the behavioral component is the constant checking or keeping your phone in close proximity. Like I said, this research was conducted in 2014 and was one of the first investigations on mental health impacts with a smartphone device. And it is important to develop an understanding why individuals immerse themselves in high patterns of use and involvement, and to just understand the overall effects. Like I said, the goal was to investigate the associations between smartphone device use, smart device involvement, and overall individual mental health. Mental health being anxiety, depression, and stress. So the researchers gathered 274 individuals, 25% of them being male and 75% female, with the average age of 27 years of age. All of these individuals were of alike professions, and they were also, or sorry, let me rephrase that. They were of a like age, and many of them were students and employed professionals. To acquire this data, the individuals participated in online surveys on Qualtrics research software, where they participated in an online survey to gather their demographics as well as their smartphone device use. And there's also a survey questionnaire on mobile phone involvement, where cognitive and behavioral associations were scores were developed. There was also an internet addiction test to determine internet addiction severity, which the researchers were able to delineate the students by normal, moderate, or severe levels. There was also a depression, anxiety, stress scale, which also determined the different severity levels of those mental health components. By using Pearson correlation and t-test analysis, it allowed the researchers to determine the associations among the use, the involvement, and internet addictions with those mental health components. And multiple hierarchical regression was used to assess the ability of smartphone device use, smartphone device involvement to predict the levels of these three mental health components. As a result of this study, Smartphone use was found not to be associated with the three mental health components of depression, anxiety, and stress, although depression and stress was associated with significance as a result of higher level smartphone device and involvement. It did not meet hypothesis number one, as smartphone device use was not linked to predict levels of depression, anxiety, or stress, and results for hypothesis two, as smartphone device involvement, which included the cognitive aspects of the underlying smartphone device use, did predict only levels of depression and stress, but not anxiety. It was found that the smartphone device involvement but not use was predict the depression and stress not anxiety, suggesting that it is actually the nature of the individual use rather than the extent of the device use that actually matters. The results discussed from this presentation research provided understanding of different different risks to well-being, and suggest that addictive and problematic use patterns may lead to ranges of negative consequences, including depression, mood alterations, loneliness, social isolation, and stress. Some limitations from this research that the researchers provided was that even though the DASS measurement measured the distinct mental health variables of depression, anxiety, and stress individually, it was found that depression and stress can comorbidly be symptoms which increase one another, so that the increased depression will also lead to feelings of increased stress. Another limitation was that because this was a retrospective reporting of how the researchers gathered their data, it was a possibility that these individuals over time either underestimated or overestimated their overall use and involvement times, which can provide altering accuracy issues. And finally, this study was also conducted in the UK, which further research must be replicated in order to provide and ensure generalizability. So yeah, thank you again so much for viewing this little presentation, and thank you, and hope you have a great day.